Hello. So welcome back to this week's VTuber Game Dev Open Q&A. Today we're looking at something quite new, and I happen to have come across this repository just today or just this week, and so I was really excited to try it. So I found out that this GitHub user and Inc. has been creating a Mediapipe for you plugin for Unreal Engine. It's currently free, but it will be closed source. So I really recommend just jumping into it and have a quick look before it becomes a paid version. So what is Mediapipe? If you've been following my VRM tutorials, you will know that motion capture, a lot of motion capture based on webcam, like a single webcam, is driven by Google's Mediapipe or NVIDIA's AR SDK Maxine. And so Mediapipe is kind of the foundation for a lot of these webcam facial and full body tracking features. And so to find out that there is a Mediapipe plugin made for Unreal, it is super amazing and useful. And so to look at Mediapipe for you plugin, I will probably quickly show you what the kind of what it looks like on my other screen, and then we'll jump into the kind of setup and configurations. A lot of this is already up and running on his own documentation that shows you how to install the plugin and configure some kind of system environment variables, so on and so forth. So that's something to look at. Hi Chipko. Yeah, so we're just covering this Mediapipe plugin that is closed source until I think Lunar New Year, which is in maybe 2-3 weeks time. So yeah, absolutely, definitely need to have a look at this while you can. So I'm just gonna kind of speed run through this video on what Mediapipe for you is. So Mediapipe for you is a webcam based so Mediapipe is this machine learning model that helps us detect poses as well as facial kind of like facial expressions with a single webcam. So it's driven by video, and so using Mediapipe for you, we are able to do motion capture or finger capture or facial expression capture based on our single webcam. And previously we have been driving our mocap externally on a program, and then we're streaming that information into Unreal. With this plugin, we're doing everything inside Unreal. So hopefully that's going to save us a few frames FPS and get us some good FPS performance. So yeah, now I'm just going to quickly set this up. I already have most of the things configured, so I believe what I need to do is just hit play, and then the webcam tracking will start working. So let me just turn on the lights because it's a bit dark where I am. Great. So I think as soon as I hit play, my webcam's gonna start running. And you'll see that my MetaHuman, I haven't got the face configured for today, but my MetaHuman is already tracking. So my hands are moving, and this is super amazing compared to my previous workflow because this is all done with a single click. So everything is done in Unreal Engine. So it really saved me a lot of time. I'm just gonna look at maybe, I'm not sure if the FPS is bad at all, but I'm gonna have a quick look. Show FPS. So it's 30 right now. I'm gonna try hit simulate and see what the performance is gonna look like. So to be honest, super amazing. It's kind of stayed at roughly 25, I would say. It's oscillating between 20 and 30, which is completely understandable. The previous, sorry, it's a bit dark, so I'm unable to provide better capture movements, but I'm going to try to be smooth. So you can use this in conjunction with Live Link Face. So if I click on the MetaHuman now, I have Mediapipe for you as a face mocap option, but oh, it is working. So you can use Mediapipe for your face as well. Obviously, it's not going to be as great, but it is usable for certain purposes. And it's also worth noting that not really moving anymore with the body. I'm gonna have a look at why. Yeah, let's not pause for a bit. But let me try again. Now it's resumed slightly. So I believe it's something to do with my Mediapipe for you face that changes the kind of settings. No worries. So I basically have this configured. I think I did it quite quickly, but I'm going to walk through some of the steps now. Again, this is my first try at using this plugin, so there are no bad reviews, honestly, because I've been looking for this for a really long time. So first, this tutorial will walk you through how to create a project. I basically use my 5.2, it's a blank project from 5.2 that I'm using right now. And it's pretty similar to usual plugin installation process where you will download this plugin. So I've gone into releases. No, actually, instead of going to releases, I went into the download and I went into OneDrive to download this 7-zip folder. So once that was done, I've extracted this and placed it inside my plugins folder for the project. So here you'll see Mediapipe for you. I've placed everything inside my plugins folder and into M4U UE52. And so it comes with all the kind of functionalities of Mediapipe, including, I think there's speech, LLM, live link, GStreamer, so on and so forth. So once that's done, you will also need to configure GStreamer. So apart from installing the plugin and making sure that they are enabled, which are all the kind of plugins we've added earlier, there is something you will need to download on your computer and configure it slightly. So Mediapipe for you uses the GStreamer application to process video streaming, because we're basically streaming video into Mediapipe, I imagine. And so once you download this, there are some special things to look at. So you will have to install the runtime installer as well as the development installer. Another thing you'll need to do is that while you're clicking on the runtime installer, you will need to add this libav wrapper, I believe. So change that into install locally, and then remove these plugins that you won't need, which is Qt5 frame, Qt6 frame. Won't be needing that. So you can basically just skip those. once that's done, there's something else you will need to do. So I might not have my Windows bar over here, but there's something you need to do, which is changing your GStreamer environment variables. Environment variables you can think of, I think of them as shortcuts. And so for systems variables, I'm just going to go into my Windows search bar and type system environment variables. So then it will come with edit your system variables, this little kind of system properties pop-up, and you'll see this environment variables button over here. And once you install GStreamer, I think when I did it, it came with this system variable. So it will tell you where the root of the folder for GStreamer is. The next thing you'll need to do is to basically follow the instructions and go into and add something called GStreamer _ root. And I've just pasted in the same directory. After that's all done, just press OK and apply OK, so on and so forth, and you're ready to go. So my project started with a metahuman blueprint. This blueprint is just a standard metahuman. It had nothing special on it apart from me changing materials, so on and so forth. Next, what we'll need to do then is to create a custom animation blueprint for this character. So to do that, you need to click on body. Under body, there should be an animation blueprint already assigned to it. I usually just go to browse to asset on the skeletal mesh of this character, and then I would right click and then go for create an anim blueprint. So I've already created this. As I thought in this stream, I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like as opposed to the step-by-step. As mentioned, I didn't develop this plugin really. It's just to show you how easy it is to get Mediapipe running and to have webcam tracking directly in Unreal. That is quite performant, to be honest. So in your animation blueprint, I went into Anim Graph and I searched for Mediapipe pose solver, and then hand solver, head solver, and location solver, linked everything together, compiled and saved. For me, it worked right away. So the compilation was working completely fine. The next thing we needed to do is to go ahead to create a new blueprint. So this is a blank actor blueprint that I've named Mediapipe components. So you're literally going into your content drawer, right click, blueprint class, and click on actor. Once that was done, I named it Mediapipe components. And then because you already have the plugins installed in this Unreal project, you will be able to look for Mediapipe Holistic as a component. That's it, Mediapipe Holistic component. That was it. So once that's done, on event begin play, I've dragged this Mediapipe Holistic in here, and then from here added the start camera function. This function came with Mediapipe Holistic. It's came with this component, so it's basically saying when actor begins play, we will start camera. And so, I mean, we can probably change this to 640 and then 360. So halving the resolutions to reach maybe better performance. So that was two things. So we added an anim BP. We need to assign this anim BP to this metahuman. Then we needed to add create an actor for Mediapipe components. And then finally, I've also added the Mediapipe face link actor into my scene. How that's done, super simple. Go into plugins. I believe it's Mediapipe Live Link C++. Went into Mediapipe Live Link, and then public Mediapipe face link actor. So I just drag this into here. And when I hit play, that should be it. So now I've just hit play. It takes a bit of time to start, but when it first starts, something you can check your output log for anything, for any kind of like errors, but you'll see that my fingers are obviously moving now and working quite well. It's basically checking all the fingers when it can, and then head obviously, and then basic IK stuff like shoulder, wrist, hip, and my spine. The other thing is to note is that in the tutorial I've realized metahuman bones get destroyed if they're not at LOD 0, and so you'll see here there's a lot of warning. So the warning saying at the end you'll see that I'm currently at LOD 1, but it's unsupported. I need to be on LOD 0 for all the mocap to work perfectly. This is because of bones, I believe. But we can also change that in MetaHuman. I think it's in body. And then if you double click on this, you'll need to change the number of LODs to, I think there's a way to hard set the minimum LOD to 0. That's probably right. Or you can also remove the other LODs. Don't actually remember how I did it last time, but yeah, let's just say there's one number of LOD, so it's always at 1. I'm gonna save that, return and hit play. And now it's working. So on the leg stuff, I haven't really configured this too much, but there are tutorials that comes with it to kind of configure it. I think I'm kind of using collision to keep me on the ground, but this is the first look of full body tracking. I'm literally moving. I'm gonna move in my room now. I'm just rolling on my work chair. But being able to move in space is quite a nice feeling, to be honest, while you're streaming. And you can see here it's reaching 30 FPS, so it's already much better performance than my previous workflow. And if you're using this in combination with Live Link, you're gonna get a very, very clean face mocap result. So let's say I am using my Live Link now, but it might be that I'm on different Wi-Fi setting. So let me have a quick look. Yep, that's right. So on my MetaHuman, I just need to make sure that I'm using the right. Can't really find the Mediapipe. Apart from Mediapipe, can't really find my iPhone at the moment. I know it works, I just can't see it. But regardless, it's looking quite nice. So that's a basic, really simple tutorial. Please let me know if you have any questions. I can also explain, I did give a quick look on licensing and all that kind of stuff, but we're also looking to learn more about your needs and see if we need to also work on a plugin like this. So this is all just super brief community research that I've done for the past day, really. But yeah, it's really fun to know that someone else on the internet has already developed a really useful. Sorry, I'm slouching so you can see that because of IK it bends bends the body. But yeah, so it's really nice to know that someone's already done a free plugin, and I believe they're constantly still updating the project, and I think they're also trying to develop from there. So from now until February, mid-Feb, I think this is the time to really test the plugin while you can, and then once that's done, we'll see who's gonna make something open source or open it up to public use. But yeah, this has been really fun just checking out. There are also other existing Mediapipe plugins, I believe. But yeah, this one has been the most exciting for myself, as the plugin used Mediapipe, NVIDIA Maxine SDK, which I believe I've heard very good feedback for. There is also Whisper, which is I think Whisper is text to speech, I don't remember. And then there's Gstream for video and live streaming decoding, and then there's large language models too. I feel like there's like everything involved. There's everything in this plugin, so super amazing. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll be back next week. Thank you.